Come on, let's go. My name's Evan Dibvig, two-time U.S. Olympian in freestyle skiing, and I'm one of the owners out at Whaleback, where you can find me just about every day of the week. Our plan for Whaleback was to create a year-round sports center. It was much like the Camp Woodward model. We did as much as we could with what little capital we had. I mean, it's never what you imagine it would be. We just fell deeper and deeper into debt. I put myself out there publicly and emotionally and financially. You just put everything you have into it. The writing was on the wall, and we had to, close. There was just no other option.
Well, after 8 years of being part of the community, the owners of Whaleback Mountain say they have no choice but to close down their business. This is a blow to surrounding towns, as many communities use Whaleback for after-school programs and lessons for kids and adults.
We didn't know what was going to be in store for the mountain. We didn't know what was going to happen. This place will humble you, for sure.
So many similarly sized mountains have not been able to sustain the for-profit model.
Oh, it's dumping now. We picked up about an inch up top in the last hour.
We got one over here.
Being a nonprofit is what keeps our community going.
You talk to people going to bigger mountains, they're all great. Somebody's just a little cozier.
I hate to say it like a piece of history, but we're like what skiing used to be.
Oh my God. Could have been worse than that. Can you take the ski poles? Thanks.
I'm born and raised in Terrace. I left a couple times, but always came back because it's just got a certain pull to it. It's a very special place in my heart.
Today we're headed up to Shames for our closing weekend events. Today we've got the Rail Jam going on, so we're headed up there early to start with registration. Every time it comes to an end, it's definitely bittersweet. And I don't care what anyone says, I love our 20-minute chair ride. That's when the best stories come out.
Shames is the backbone to Terrace. We have this beautiful gem that's just super hidden. Just a whole community within itself.
It's one of the largest non-motorized backcountry areas in North America. Anything you want to ski, it's all there and just accessible. 12 meters is our average annual snowfall, so it's just powder all the time. It's amazing. Been featured in a couple movies at this point.
Got to meet some of the guys when they were here, about 5 years ago or so, filming Far Out. And they loved to ski, every last one of them. Woohoo! That was spectacular! So artfully done. Woohoo! Woohoo! Soft and fluffy everywhere.
So the spirit of skiing is alive and very well in that apparatus.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Nothing but net, baby! Nothing but net! We came from Whistler up to Shames, and that would have been 96 or 97. My wife and I instantly liked all the amazing terrain, I know where we're going to spend the rest of our lives.
Oh, that never grows old.
More fun than a barrel of monkeys.
If Shames was gone, which almost happened several years ago, I think a lot of the community would have left.
Shames had operated as a corporation for a number of years and for a variety of reasons wasn't able to do that profitably and continue operating.
It's kind of a do or die situation. If we were not going to come together and be able to purchase it, we weren't going to have a ski hill.
The co-op was a way for us community members to band together and save our hill.
The community in 1 year raised $680,000 with the goal of purchasing the ski hill. The previous ownership knew the challenge that was ahead of this community and only accepted half of that $680,000. This is the community that saved their ski hill.
Anyone who has a membership in the co-op technically owns part of Shames.
You also get to know that you are supporting the mountain in a very special way.
Youngest member, 14 days old, my little guy.
I'm very excited to be able to relive the excitement as a child, to get to just see it again firsthand.
Sharing the experience on the mountain with my daughters, it's just, I can't explain how much it means to me.
You good to keep going? Okay, sweet. You're doing awesome.
They really love coming up here, getting a lot of practice. More practice than I wish I had when I was their age.
We tried to really have some activities around discovering skiing, where the lessons are free, where the rentals are free.
Is this your first day ever trying to ski?
Yeah, hard, but fun.
All right.
We're able to implement a lot of programs that for-profit mountains wouldn't be able to do because they don't see the return on those investments the same way. They're looking for shareholder value, they're looking for profits. At Shames Mountain, we're building social capital.
Before I started here, I never even really knew there was such thing as the ski community that we have.
Hey everybody, come on down if you're entered into the Rail Jam.
This is like coming to a family reunion every weekend, and we've got to maintain that feeling of everybody knowing each other and wanting to discover our new guests.
Just do the Rail Jam with you.
I'm gonna come and do the rail jam. I'm gonna go grab my snowboard and I'm coming with you. Okay? You head up there and I'm coming, okay? All right. Let's go jamming.
People look at a nonprofit and they think that means they don't want profit. Antelope wants profit. They want to turn that profit back into the business.
And so as a society, we decided a long time ago that certain organizations that had charitable causes were worth not taxing. You have a different boss. You know, my boss is the community.
It's a definitive choice to keep this place owned by the locals.
So we develop programs from the very beginning and try to make it so that people stop thinking about skiing as some kind of an elite thing. We're trying to break down that barrier.
We had a couple of experiences at big mountains, and I was like, this isn't what it was like for me.
Growing up, it was a playground for us.
Maybe they don't start the mics till we actually start skiing.
They better not have.
Where are we going? That way. Oh, okay.
Allowing your kids to go ski a mountain that they have free reign over, but knowing that there's people watching out for them is one of the best things that you can get from skiing.
Anitra, you looked so pro. It was actually really fun coming down that part.
Yes, Missy.
That was pretty cool.
Teach them how to turn, how to stop, and then let them go. Give them some freedom, that independence and trust.
I'm fine. How come I hit the jumps every single time I'm not on camera? Do you see me hit that one?
I view this as a community center. It just happens to have a really cool ski area too. Our hope is that we'll get families to bring their children and they learn how to ski and they learn to love snow sports. And then those kids, once they grow, they bring their children back.
Open arms and affordability. We will do anything to get you on the mountain.
You know, we've just launched this season pass program where next year, every kid on planet Earth who's under 18 is going to get to ski and ride here for free.
That's a pretty big risk for a place like this. And remarkably, we have a 114% increase in adult pass sales, and the amount of children's passes is up almost 1,400%.
It's a huge way of putting that stamp on our mission statement, which is to get kids outside.
It's the foundation of what we do here.
It's good having another intermediate friend. I don't even know if we're intermediate.
No, I think we're beginner at this point.
He's filming me.
He's filming you?
Yes.
You get a movie star in there?
Oh, yeah. This town used to be so vibrant back in my day when I was a kid. 70s, 80s probably, things started to go the other way. A lot of closed up things in this town. The paper mill used to be just the driving force in this town. They've scaled back. People just pack up and leave.
There was always a mystique about Rumford, like, you don't want to live there. A little rough around the edges. It could be an amazing town for a lot of people.
It's changed a lot through the years. Now the mountain, I think, has gone the other way. Black Mountain has become kind of a shining light. You know, it's been part of my life since 1960. I skied here the first day it was open. I've been here ever since.
Back then, he was like a three-man operation. He was a general manager.
A general manager? I was it. I groomed, did the maintenance on the snowcats, bartend, ski patrol. I shoveled, plowed, the snack bar, lift off, ski school, cook, janitor, I guess, and I don't know what else. I tried retirement for about 2 months, and it wasn't for me. I do all this for the love of skiing, no doubt about it.
You grew up in Rumford?
Yeah, about a mile from here. I was the first snowboarder to come down Black Mountain. When I was a kid, if I got in trouble, like if you were jumping or going down close trails, you have to go to the office, and it was like this terrifying moment. You'd have to give him your pass, and he'd open his top drawer and put it in there, and you put it away, and you couldn't come for a week. And then, like back then, they used to make you watch a movie.
Don't ever go into a closed area. If you got lost or hurt, we might not ever find you.
That would be terrible.
Stay safe on that beat, carve it nice and slow.
It's funny that I'm a patrol guy now. It's just some irony there.
I don't want to pat myself on the back. You can't have a small ski area that the grooming isn't good. In fact, John walked on my grooming the other morning, and I was a little upset about it. I wasn't really.
As I get older and skiing is not as much fun, I hope to be more what Jeff is and be old man groomer.
We'll get you one more, kitty. Where'd the rest of those waffles go, Kieran? Over there.
Maple syrup.
Yep. There you go. Both my kids are on the race team. I teach at ski school. So we try to get everybody out of here in 2 hours and ready to ride.
We come up Friday after everybody's done with school. We get to have this solid time together as they're growing up.
It's been every single weekend up here, rain or shine, snow or whatever. Snow is snow, it's New England.
Are we opening St. John today?
Yeah, we are. Galloway might have to be closed. There was a pretty decent sized water bar opening up on it.
This is my first year on actual patrol. I did our apprentice program where kids can just come from your high school to Black Mountain.
We try to provide a sense of mentorship. These instructors are still kids, but they're so much more than that.
They come in maybe as freshmen, and they can kind of explore and see where they could fit.
Use the outdoors or the mountain as the vehicle to help them find their thing.
The Sunday's the one that goes down to the novice.
All of the people that work here respect us. They look at us and they're like, these are the future of Black Mountain. I genuinely feel like this is another home for me.
Really developed some pretty good youth. Everybody has their special passion, and it's pretty exciting to see. That's what makes this area work.
Going into the 24 and 25 season, our entire leadership staff will be comprised of former apprentices.
Black Mountain grows the community in ways that, a larger mountain does not always have the luxury of doing. It is an essential part of our economic diversification strategy.
I think we're coming into another boom. There's going to be a lot more people moving to this area, which I know that Black Mountain is a part of that.
It made me really appreciate where I came from and the magic of this environment and this little ecosystem.
Hey, do you know if there's any bamboo on
Really helps people on their own path and in their personal development. So I want to give back to another version of me.
The smart. What is this? You want to say that it's atypical, but these days it feels like it's pretty typical. It's just like you never know what you're going to walk out to. People say to me, like, you're kind of crazy to do this. I'm like, no, I just really like to ski, right? Mm-hmm. Fun to just get out, rip around, let them slide.
Oh, it's snowing.
And it's snowing again. What a day.
People liken it to farming. Your crop is snow, and you're dependent on the weather. You're dependent on your equipment, and you're dependent on a lot of people. Those are highly unpredictable things.
So things are unbelievably tense and tenuous at times, and it's literally, $5,000 can make or break a ski area.
Our payment plan is still very strong. We'll have finished the season on April 7th, and we broke even. Not from
We are way more weather dependent than the larger ski areas are. We don't have real estate. We don't have high-end dining. We have a great pub and cafeteria, but we don't have those big revenue sources that some of the other types of ski areas rely upon.
Whether there's one person skiing or 1,000 people on a specific day, our costs are the same. So on bad weather days and no one's out, we're still spending that money. Our investments in snowmaking, I think, are really going to help because they'll extend our season on some of these limited snowfall years.
So it's all about using technology and leveraging that to maximize the capacity of the mountain.
I still come in every day and there's a car in the parking lot with someone skinning up those little patches. I think it's really neat that folks still want to come out and get their turns in, even if we're not able to provide lift service because of the lack of top-to-bottom snow.
Being a nonprofit, we're able to pull through some really difficult situations because our strength is our membership. We're always going to find a way.
It's not just a pretty awesome ski mountain, it's actually a community fixture.
About an inch up top in the last hour.
This is when skiing gets exciting.
I've always loved this mountain. It's the first place I ever skied as a young kid. I always told myself if this place was to reopen and I moved home that I wanted to be a part of it.
Antelope Butte has gone through the full life cycle of a ski area.
It was closed for 14 years from 2004 until 2018. A lot of people say, if you get Antelope Butte open, I'd always remind them, it's not if, it's when.
But I think everybody would agree it's more of an effort than we had anticipated, but we never stopped.
Well, if you can see behind me here, you can see the chairlift is turning. Woo! We're going to be doing a work weekend. We need some hands on deck. We're up and running, folks. This is fantastic. Grand opening, December 28th. See you soon.
old but reliable. And we're ready to rock and roll.
The first 4 years we were open, we didn't have a lodge. It was really cool. We just grilled burgers in the parking lot. We'd have contests for the best tailgate. Then we got the yurt open, and then finally we got the lodge open. Getting Antelope Butte going again wasn't all about having money to put into it. There's a lot of sweat equity. We have a great volunteer staff that comes up here. I know we're small, but there's something special about it.
First couple of runs patrolling and checking out the mountain to make sure it's okay. How was it?
The 4 to 6 inches of new powder, no fun at all.
All right, sounds like a patrol-only day because there's too much snow up here. All right, get out there and keep it.
As a 501c3, the community has really embraced it to make sure that this is here.
You know, I'm from a place where we'll do 4,000 visits on a Saturday, and here we may do 400, 500, 600 visits on a Saturday, and it's the same amount of passion. There's no less excitement here than anywhere else.
I'd say it's probably one of the best resorts in Wyoming, although I've only been to one other one, so it's kind of biased. You know, it's not that big city feel where you just don't know anybody and you're waiting in line with a bunch of strangers. We can blow it up, but let's not blow it up too much.
Antelope Butte is one of the only places where you have this melding of the folks from the West Slope and folks from the East Slope. This is one of those equalizers.
And it's so cool to walk around the base lodge and see folks who use this kind of as their middle ground. Otherwise, it may not happen.
This place has been the world to my family. My brother and I both met most of our lifelong friends through the ski area here.
We lost several generations with Antelope Butte being closed for 14 years. Generations that would come up here in grade school and learn to ski.
And what they're doing with the season passes next year, giving everybody under the age of 18 a free season pass, is wild, and that's amazing.
It's going to lead to a whole new set of generations of skiers learning to enjoy the sport.
I turned 50 this year and was like, my New Year's resolution is to learn how to snowboard.
Who did you come up with today?
Oh, my 8-year-old son, Thomas. His boarder name is T-Bone, and he just shreds it.
Snowboard flying fast, tearing through the cold. T-Bone moves the mountains, legend stories told.
This is his first year snowboarding, too. Kids at 8 years old are made of rubber, so he just does anything. Oh. I'm 50, I'm not made of rubber.
Good to go. Be safe. Last time I saw you, it was like muddy and... Oh, I know, it was horrible. Yeah. But look at now, it's wonderful out. Go enjoy it.
You gonna catch some runs today?
Oh, you know it.
I feel like this place really has a lot of impact on me and my friend group because it helps us become closer and stay close. I wasn't necessarily quite loved in high school. Kind of, you know, what you would typically call the loner kid, I guess. And I remember walking in here and doing my job, and it felt so rewarding because I just could excel in this environment. Everybody around me was very kind and giving. You're never a stranger here.
Belonging is something that we all crave. Feeling connected to others and feeling welcome. All those are things that you get at a small local mountain.
It's often dark and gray and sometimes rainy down in the bottom of the valley, but you get a sunny day, you can see the mountains, and it totally changes the way that you look at winter.
I definitely think that some of those feelings follow you home.
Physical activity improves lots of mental health diagnoses ranging from depression and anxiety to things like ADHD. So there is a therapeutic effect of this.
The solitude of the mountain and being able to come up here and just ride, it's just a great escape.
You know, the only noise you have are your skis. It's a truly special feeling.
Skiing is such an important sport for what you can learn and carry into life. They're going to learn how to fall and get back up. They'll learn how to persevere.
When the mountain was closed in 2012, there was a group of community members that recognized really quickly, we can't let this not open.
Whale is back!
They were able to raise the amount of money to purchase the mountain back from the bank and open without missing a season.
It's the greatest possible outcome from our efforts is to see it continue on and that it's got a new life as a nonprofit.
Oh, nothing is easy at a ski area. That's rough.
You can see he loves this place and wants Whaleback to succeed into the future.
Which is now in its 10th year as a nonprofit. It's a milestone that has skiers' heads spinning.
I think just Whaleback is a unique place. It sits right on the side of I-89. It's kind of a running joke in our office how many times a week we hear someone say, I've driven by 1,000 times on my way to Mountain X and I've never stopped, and we want you to stop and experience it.
I've had some of my best powder days here at Whaleback, and I've skied all over the world.
A lot of really good skiers have come through these small mountains, and their goal wasn't necessarily, oh, I'm going to go to Whaleback and I'm going to become an Olympic champion, but it was, I'm going to go try skiing and see if I like it. Places like Whaleback are what allow that initial access, and then it allows us to bring our kids there once we kind of get the bug.
The thing that I came to realize after operating this place, what Whaleback is more than anything is community. The industry desperately needs small mountains. They are the lifeblood of skiing.
I think the future of Shane's is going to be bright. This year we also really put a bit more effort into having more fun, so having more bands and more events. Because it really changes the feeling. And the feeling is, I think, what's going to keep Shane's alive.
And hopefully the success we've had here saving our little ski hill will help save other small hills.
It is incredibly important for us to stay alive and to keep this place afloat. You know, people need Antelope Butte.
We're investing in the future of skiing.
Our end goal isn't self-gain, it's giving to others. We all have that vision. You know, this is special. And we're not limping, you know, we are growing.
The lift will go to the left of the race hut. So for next winter, we'll have the surface lift, we'll have all the new Lance fans and 3 more fans. And what that lift will do is extend our season on both ends. We'll be able to open a little bit earlier and stay a little bit later.
A lot of these small ski areas, we looked at them as we're trying to find the soul of skiing. These small ski areas are actually the souls of entire communities.